Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This unique story started when a British merchant ship was passing through the middle of the deserted Atlantic Ocean. Its captain's attention went to a ship standing very far away, which was neither moving forward nor responding to his signals. On going closer, it was found that this ship was standing alone in the deserted ocean, with the support of only the waves. The surprising thing was that inside the ship, the crew's equipment, food, and all the cargo were present absolutely safe. But if it was not there, then the crew was not present, who had disappeared from here without any trace. This is the story of Mary Celeste, which has troubled historians for the last 150 years. The secret that no one knows except the ocean. This ship was built in Canada in 1861. At that time, it was named Amazon. In many of its initial journeys, it became a victim of minor accidents. This is the reason that this ship was quite famous for accidents, but till now it had not faced any major accident. While changing its ownership, when it came to Captain Benjamin Briggs, it was named Mary Celeste. It was standing on the November 7, 1872 in New York, and goods were being loaded on it. 1,700 barrels of ethanol were loaded in Mary Celeste, which is not a drinking alcohol, but it was for company use only. All these barrels were to be taken from New York to the Italian city of Genova through the Atlantic Ocean. There was a total of 10 people on board in this ship, including the captain of the ship Benjamin Briggs, his wife, his 2-year-old daughter, and 7 crew members. There was no problem of any kind in the ship before starting the journey, and it easily set off on the journey without any interruption. This journey was about 7,500 kilometers long, and normally in those times it took several weeks, not several days, to make such a long journey. Remember that 3 weeks had passed since the GPS or advanced communication devices port Mary Celeste left New York, and as per the norm, after several weeks, the wait for its arrival at the port of Geneva was increasing, but after so much time, even then there was no trace of Mary Celeste. Even after Mary Celeste, other ships that had left New York started reaching Geneva. Now the problem was increasing that why Mary Celeste could not reach her destination even after so many weeks had passed. 10 days after the departure of Mary Celeste, another British ship also had to leave New York and go to Gibraltar through the same route. This was a ship name was Dei Gratia, which arrived several weeks later. On December 4, 1872 saw a ship standing. The captain noticed that the ship was not moving forward on the water but was standing at one place. Seeing such a scene in this part of the ocean, the captain got suspicious and he sent many signals to it from a distance, but when there was no reply from the other side, the captain decided to go closer to it. On reaching closer, it was found that it was none other than the captain's friend's ship named Mary Celeste. A full month had passed since it had left New York. Mary Celeste was in the Atlantic Ocean, 1,800 km away from Gibraltar. It was seen standing alone. There was no movement of any kind in it. The captain of Dei Gratia sent his crew members to Mary Celeste, where they were surprised to see that no one was present on the ship. Where did all the people who had left New York a month ago with 10 people disappear in the middle of the ocean? This question was now troubling the captain of Dei Gratia as well. At first, he thought that maybe some accident had happened on the ship, but when he inspected Mary Celeste, the entire ship was found completely safe. All the belongings of the captain and his family, and even the clothes of the crew members were present in a completely untouched condition. Not only this, but the goods that they were carrying to Genova were also lying in perfect condition. Even the stock of food for the crew on the ship was still present in the same condition. After a little more investigation, a logbook was found from the captain's room. Earlier, ship captains used to keep this logbook with them, in which the maintenance and issues of the ship were written. The captain of Mary Celeste made the last entry in the book at 8 a.m. on November 25th. That is, 10 days before the day the ship was found in this condition. This means that the ship was standing in the deserted Atlantic Ocean for about 10 days. The captain of Dei Gratia was watching all this, but he was not able to understand anything. Meanwhile, his eyes fell on the lifeboat section and he did not see the lifeboat there. This could have only one meaning, that something had definitely happened on the ship and everyone had fled somewhere in the lifeboat to save their lives. The navigation instruments were also missing in the captain's cabin, and a sword was found lying closed in its cover under his bed, which is a sign that there was no attack of any kind on the ship. Otherwise the sword would have been out of its cover or would not have been present there. Apart from the logbook, all other documents were also present there. Another thing that was noticed was that the cabin of the ship was wet everywhere, and at many places there was also 1.5 to 2 feet of water, but it was not so much that it could damage a ship of this size. Let us tell you here. Let us tell you that according to international salvage law, if anyone rescues a ship, he will be rewarded according to the value of the ship. Taking advantage of this law, the captain of De Grate took Mary Celeste to Gibraltar, where the authorities kept the ship with them until the court hearings were completed. The court conducted its own investigations, but even after several hearings, no clue could be found. When the court hearings could not solve this matter, people started making up different stories. Some said that a heavenly creature took away the crew of Mary Celeste, while many said that some oceanic disaster must have attacked them. Among all these imaginary stories, one thing was true, that ever since Mary Celeste was built, accidents have been happening with it. Once it collided with another ship, but despite a minor collision, the ship sank. Then when Mary Celeste was brought to the port for repair, before the repair, God himself set it on a journey. Before departure, its captain suddenly fell ill and passed away. Due to all these things, it is now believed that Mary Celeste is probably ruled by devils and spirits, due to which this latest accident has happened, and since then Mary Celeste has also been given the title of ghost ship. But there are some theories about what actually happened that day. Let us look at them one by one. The first theory is about betrayal. Many people believe that the captain of De Grate has created this whole drama to get the reward of salvage law by killing all the crew members of Mary Celeste. But the thing to think about is that if this had happened, then there would have been signs of bloodshed somewhere on the ship. Now here the De Grates did not leave any hole behind and erased all the signs, or this theory itself is wrong. The second theory is very interesting. In this theory, it is said that there were 1,700 barrels of alcohol on the ship, but when this ship was brought to the authorities, 9 of these barrels were empty. It is possible that there might have been a blast in some barrels of alcohol, due to which the crew members might have fled from here in the lifeboat, but there was no sign of blast or fire at the place where these barrels were present. In the third theory, it came to light that the ship might have come under the grip of a sea storm and water started filling in it. Seeing this, the captain decided to evacuate the ship, and then all of them might have fled in a small lifeboat. Such a small lifeboat could not face the sea and took everyone's life. This theory seemed correct to a great extent, but this was also just a theory. There are many theories, but not even a single theory could be proved with evidence. Despite more than 150 years having passed, this mystery could not be solved till date. What happened to Mary Celeste? Under what circumstances did the captain leave the ship and then he left? This secret also probably went with Captain Benjamin Briggs. So this was the story of Mary Celeste. Thanks for watching. See you in next video. Bye.